Hi there, it's me, Sandy, and I've been waiting for this package to come in the mail. This is my 5 ml decant of Heaven Can Wait. That is the new Frederic Malle fragrance created by Jean-Claude Elena. And I just have to film a quick first impression, then I will wait, and then in the next day or two I'll put together my thoughts after I've worn it and put the videos together in one. I feel like that's the best because I love watching first impression videos, but I also really like, you know, getting a sense of how the person actually really likes the fragrance over time. So, okay, so here we go. I purchased this from a fragrance group that I'm on Facebook from a lady that does a lot of decanting, so it's trustworthy, you know. So Frederic Malle, Heaven Can Wait, apparently has like musks and clove, I think some floral notes, I forget what all, but I just remember when I read about it, I was like, oh, that sounds so good. So Frederic Malle, Heaven Can Wait. Get clove right away. Give it a minute, okay. Ooh, very clovey. But like perfume clove, not cooking clove, if that makes sense. Like, I like it. It's very cooling, like in my nostrils. It feels cool, like camphor. It's not camphorous smelling. It doesn't smell like camphor, but it cools my nose that way. Totally, actually not what I was expecting, but I really like it. So this is definitely one where first impression and later impressions I think are going to be really important to get the whole picture. So I like it. I had read that it was like warm spices, whereas Frederic Malle, what's it called? Is it L'eau de Verre, I think? It's cool spices, and this is like warm spices, but to me, so far, I would personally call these cool spices. You know what it's reminding me of a little bit, and I've always been kind of on the quest for something that would do that, and I'm just like, ding, I'm realizing that's what it's reminding me of, and that's why I'm liking it, is, you know those bags of gumdrops that you can buy? They're usually hanging, and there's all the different flavored gumdrops, and they're not the big gumdrops, but they're like the little mini gumdrops. The white one, I've always wanted a fragrance that smelled like the white gumdrops, which is like a spice flavor, I think. I'm kind of getting that. So, so yeah, ooh, I'm excited. I will be back with part 2, put them together, and put this on YouTube. Have a great day, and I'll see you like that, you know? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's the next day, so it's been a good 24 hours, a little more, I think, and I have my final thoughts on my 5 ml decant of Heaven Can Wait by Frederic Malle. So when I first recorded yesterday, as you just witnessed, I said that I found it a little like a white spice gumdrop, and I've continued to feel that way, although as I got more into the dry down, which there's not much of, and we'll get to that, it did turn more into, I guess, what I was expecting, just kind of like a lightly powdery, just really pleasant, snuggly skin scent with the iris there and that hint of spice. So it became less clove centric and more clove just being one of the players with the iris and, you know, those warm notes. So it's beautiful. It really is. Really pretty. I love that opening, that white spice gumdrop. Oh, it's so good. And it just does not last on me. And I know, you know, that's always going to be controversial. Some people will say, you know, well, I don't know what they'll say. Forget I said that. Whether something lasts is subjective, isn't it? I mean, I could say something lasts really well. Somebody else could say, no, it doesn't. To me, this is beautiful and very delicate and faint for about an hour. And then it just really starts to disappear to the point where I could not smell it after a couple hours. Last night I had had it on for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and I asked my son, who's been in some of my videos, to smell it. And I just said, hey, what do you think of this fragrance? And he smelled my arm where it was, and he said, do you actually have something on? And I said, yeah, I do. So he kind of went in again to see, and he just said, I can't really smell anything. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So given that this is very expensive, I will not be buying a bottle. I had it in my mind that this was going to be a perfect fit for me. Now, I will say, I've only worn it for a day, and I'm trying to show you, I've got a lot left of that 5 ml decant, so I have time to change my mind. And if I do change my mind about the longevity, that's the only thing in question, then I might at some point buy a bottle if I can find a good sale price or something. But also, I will say that for me and my personal taste, having tried Musc Palace by Javoy recently, that one is more in the vein of my personal taste. Like, what do I want to smell like if I'm going in to have, you know, coffee with a friend or whatever? Probably more like Musc Palace, just because the clove in this is so pronounced to me that I'm not sure how often I would want to smell that much of eugenol, or that sort of almost kind of like a medicinal clovey quality. I don't know. So I'm going to be enjoying the heck out of my sample, continuing to experiment, and those are my almost complete thoughts, and I'm holding space for potentially changing my mind about the longevity. Therefore, is it worth the money, that whole thing. But the smell itself is lovely, and I feel unique, at least unique to anything I've smelled. It's really pretty, so just gonna end there. But I hope this was helpful in some way if you've been curious about this scent, just like I was. So have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.